Today, we're going to be covering the Dynamics 365 Wave 1 release, showing some of the brand new features that were released on Feb 1st and are available now with early access. We'll also touch on some of the new additions that are going to be added in the coming months. Let's jump right into it. So in one of our previous sessions, we showed the new and improved relevance search experience. Well, there's been another upgrade. So now, when you start typing into the relevance search bar, you're going to see some options pop up. So you can see here, we've got the contact here, and we've now got some additional quick options, and we could assign this record, share this record, or email a link to this record. The actions will actually vary depending on the type of record as well. So you can see just below here, we have some email messages, and the options instead are cancel, set regarding, or email a link. And if I just go back a bit, we'll get a couple more options here. And for tasks, we can have to close the task as complete, or cancel, or more commands as well. So depending what it is, there's going to be some variations, but just some nice quick commands to try and make it a little bit easier for you when using the search. So if we drill further down into our search by pressing enter, I'm just going to get back to Paul and search there. You'll also see that these options are available when hovering over the record in the list. So again, hovering over, and we've got those similar options from when we were in the search menu as well. So this is another helpful upgrade to the searching of records, which can really help out your staff when looking to find particular records. Along with this, they've also come up with some intelligent searching. The intelligent searching features include synonym understanding, semantic parsing, and abbreviation support. So for example, if I was to just go back to my previous screen, I could type in here, accounts in Doncaster East, and search there. And it's going to bring up all the accounts that I have in the system that have their city as Doncaster East. I could even shorten this down and do an abbreviation. So if I get rid of the first part of accounts, and I'm going to do, acts in Doncaster will do. So we've abbreviated it down and search there, and we're actually going to get the same results again due to it now knowing the abbreviations. So you can play around with this a little bit, but just a really cool addition, and particularly with the smart searching. So, looking for accounts in Doncaster East, rather than having to go to our account list in the past or, work through and do whatever we have to do there to find it, we can now use the smart search to really simplify this for your staff. There's also been an update to the merging experience within CRM. So this time I am going to go back to my account list. And Microsoft have gotten rid of the old look and made it more suited to the unified interface. And you'll now be able to see either when saving a duplicate record or merging that the old dialog box is gone, and the functionality will primarily be the same, but it's just going to be a lot easier to work with. So I'm actually going to go to my contacts, not my accounts. And, so we can see here we've already got bill@test.com. And if I now try and add in a new one here, we're going to add in bill test with email bill@test.com. So if I try and save that, we're still going to get our duplicate pop-up, much like before, but it's going to be a nicer interface. So if I click the two, I select the duplicates and click merge. You're going to see a much nicer pop-up box here. And they've also brought sort of the two key tick boxes that we have when merging up to the top to make it a lot easier to find when merging the records. So we can show the fields that don't have conflicting data only, or we can show all of the fields. So you can see here that, email, we've got the match there. If we were to tick this box, that would hide for us. So we can actually have a look at, show me the discrepancies, and then that way I can elect which one to use from there. This is another important box. So merge records by choosing the fields with data. So if you click that, it's going to allow you to pick and choose across the two different records. And if I just back out of that, and then this is also going to be the same. Like I said, if we select the two in the list and just do our regular merge, we've again got that same sort of interface, and it's just a lot cleaner. Next up, we have the Dynamics 365 mobile app. And Microsoft have made some major improvements on the usability of how the data is presented, along with the navigation. So I'm just going to bring this down here so you can see my phone screen. And for any of you who have used the mobile app in the past, you'll recall how clunky it was, to the point of us actually recommending to use the browser on your phone or tablet instead. But with the latest updates, it's now looking a lot better for the mobile app. So the first thing you'll notice on the screen here is just the user experience now looking very similar to that of the regular experience on your browser. We even have the new searching available, where if you were to misspell a name, again using the global one up here, if I'm looking for Paul and I'm off by one letter, it's still going to be coming up and showing that result. So that has come across with the new upgraded relevance search as well. And it also has my favorite part of the navigation, and that is, over here, we've got our recent records, or we've got our pinned records over on the left-hand side as well. So they've got all of those key navigation things now in the mobile app, which weren't necessarily there before. So if we were to go to the accounts area, you'll see again a much cleaner interface. Originally, you wouldn't have been able to search from here with this search bar. You would have needed to use an A to Z scroll bar. So this is a really big addition. I don't know why it was missing in the past, but it's just great to have it here now. So I'm just going to drop out of that. And once we open up Alpine Ski House, again, we're going to be seeing the similarities between the mobile app and the desktop version. So we can scroll across the tabs. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to open up the timeline now. And a really good addition to the mobile app that we don't have within the desktop version when using the computer is, you'll see here, we actually have the ability to take a photo, a video, or a voice recording and upload it into the timeline notes area. So if I click the camera there, it's just going to pop open my phone camera. I could take a photo and then upload that. I'm just going to cancel that out. And likewise, as I scroll down, I'm just going to cancel that. We could also do a voice recording, and you have the ability to do that voice recording and upload that directly. So again, I'm just going to cancel out of that. So this is really good, and it can be done across any entity that has a timeline on it. So rather than having the handwritten notes, we can now have the voice recordings or photos of documents, whatever it might be. This is a +1 for the phone app when compared to the desktop. And much like the desktop though, we also have our back button up in the top left to help us navigate through the system quite easily as well. We also have a lot of the standard options that we would have within our standard desktop version. So we're in our view, we have down the bottom here, we can create a new record. I could press plus there, and it's going to allow me to create a new account. But we also have, the ability to select records, and I'm going to tick there, and maybe we would reassign these, the owner of these accounts. And we also have a more button where you can see all of those additional options that you are used to seeing ordinarily. So it's really nice to see the mobile app getting some love, and it's going to be really beneficial to any of you who have staff out on the road to now have the option between the mobile app and the browser version to pick from. It will likely still be a bit of personal preference, but it is great to see the progression that we are getting on the mobile side. Just one point, one of the main benefits of the mobile app is that it does allow for offline access to data. So if you were doing work on a plane or anything like that where you didn't have internet access, it would actually remember that, and once you were online again, upload that onto CRM once you are back. So that is the new upgrades to the phone app, and there's definitely some more coming up as well to really help improve the navigation and all of that. All right, we'll close that down, and we're going to be back here, and I'm going to actually open up our slideshow now. So next we have a few upcoming updates. And the first one we want to touch on is with the sales, and the pictures are a bit blurry. This is all we have to work with at the moment. These are just some that have been upgraded by Microsoft onto their blog posts. So this is all we have at the moment, but coming in June is the ability to have notifications pop up alerts for users when there is an update to key items. So we can see in the example here that an account was updated and that you have the ability to open up the account directly from here and then have a look at what's happened with that record. Another example might be progressing an opportunity through to the next stage, or a new lead coming into the system. You can have those notifications pop up for you. And if we just click through, you'll also be able to see in your notifications tab, a list of the full notifications. So if I get up here, it's going to be along the top here for you in those options. If we just go back here, you'll see that there's a little bell that's going to be becoming available, and if you were to click that, that's when you'll see your full list of notifications, so you can get a bit of a breakdown there. So next we have some key updates that are going to be coming to Microsoft Marketing in the coming months, and the ones we think are the most beneficial are the changes to allow easier use for the users. So as we jump across to our next image, and this one's a lot clearer, but a major issue people have had with Microsoft Marketing was the ease of designing the emails. So they've revamped the editing experience to have a more fluid editor, which includes AI content recommendations, along with more flexible layout options. So you can see down here, we've got some more layout options. They weren't there before, and it was quite hard to design if you didn't want to, put some code in to make it look exactly how you wanted to. What they're also adding is you'll be able to add conditional dynamic content. So for example, if the state of a contact is Victoria, then we can include an AFL picture. Or if it is not Victoria, then we could have it use a rugby picture. So previously this would have needed to be done through code, but it's now going to be fairly straightforward with this update. So all of these features are going to be in public preview in March 2021, with general availability scheduled for April 2021, so not too far away at all. The next one for marketing is that previously you could only email contacts. So we weren't able to send any correspondence to leads or opportunities when using Microsoft Marketing. So now they're going to be adding the ability to market directly to leads and opportunities. It's still a little while away though, with public preview scheduled for August 2021. So as you can see, there are a lot of exciting features being released over this year. So hopefully you were able to take something valuable from today's session. There's a never-ending flow of updates being released with Dynamics and their partner products, which is what led us to introduce these sessions to try and help you all out in keeping on top of these new features and empower you to get the best out of your CRM system. If you'd like more details on what is being added in the coming months, feel free to give us a call or send an email, and we'd be more than happy to talk about some upcoming features that might be beneficial for your business. If you want to have a look for yourself, if you search Microsoft 2021 Wave 1 release, you'll be able to find the notes there online, and it'll drill down into a lot more detail for you as well.